When I was a child, the Christian faith in which I was brought up pretty much told us what to believe, and that anyone else that believed differently was wrong. And I never could find any peace in that. Even as a child, I felt that was unfair, and it couldn't possibly be true.
Growing up as a child, I used to cross the street when I came to a church out of fear of what lurked beneath the surface.
Well, let's go back a little bit in history. At the end of World War II, a number of Christian theologians and leaders asked the question of how could it be that this plumb line of evil, the Holocaust, should take place in the very heart of Christianity. And that is a question that continues to this day to, I think, challenge all of us. And the ICJS tries to direct some of its attention to answering that question and to changing those factors which led to such an event.
In a very personal way, I think being part of the founding of ICJS has been very good for me because of what went on in my family in Germany and what happened with respect to Germans. And being a first-generation German American, you can imagine I come to this differently than most of the other people.
The ICJS is a daring experiment.
ICJS is an educational organization that, through the study of sacred texts, struggles with the anguished history between Christians and Jews and looks for ways for Christians and Jews to learn from one another, to enrich their traditions, and to make the world a more peaceful and just place.
I think the ICJS mirrors and in some way expresses the magnificent mystery of the covenant between God and people.
For me personally, the ICJS is an organization that brings together caring, wonderful people who think about religious questions and the application of religious knowledge and values for our lives and our society.
I think it is, bar none, one of the most important organizations doing interfaith work in America today.
For me, it's been a place where we can come to think, to write, to study, to learn, and to grow as an individual, which I can then translate and take to share with my community.
It's a place for learning, for friendship, and for justice.
So, I say the ICJS is a presence.
Personally, it has helped me broaden my understanding of my God. It's helped me broaden my understanding of other religions. And it has helped convince me that we can sit down and have different points of views and come to some common ground.
It's not only healing in a certain way, it's transformative in that it points you in a new direction.
Well, I think it's made me more thoughtful.
ICJS has opened my eyes to some Christian traditions that I wasn't aware of. It's also strengthened for me some of my Jewish background and my Jewish traditions because it's made me think through what some of those are.
I'm just a different person. I'm a different person as a result of being here in profoundly personal and religious ways.
I look at ICJS as being an anchor.
I got involved many years ago because I thought it was such a unique organization.
In many ways, it affects me greatest in my preaching and my appreciation of Scripture.
It's taught me to be open to others in ways that I had never imagined and to become a better listener.
because it reflects a community's endeavor to live a decent life.
I'm involved because Christian-Jewish relations have been an integral part of my life since I was 12 years old.
The people are inquisitive, they are imaginative, they are extraordinarily intelligent, they are open-minded, they are energetic, they are the kind of people that I like hanging around with.
I love the places where I find that I am more confused than ever, because those are the places of beginning to understand.
Is so important because it helps me be a stronger Jew, and it enables me to help my congregants be stronger in their Jewish identity by understanding the communities around us in which we live.
I'd like to understand how others grapple with some of the questions that I have about God, about life, about living.
It's just a matter of saying God's truth, sought seriously and conscientiously will sooner or later penetrate the human heart.
I enjoyed the people that I've met through this organization, perhaps more than any other organization that I've ever been involved with.
I think that the ICJS has a very important role to fulfill, and one reason for my involvement is that in its own very small way, that I hope will expand, I think the ICJS has something very important to show the country about how we can speak to each other.
I'm involved with ICJS because it changes your life.
It has to do with who are you? I mean, who are you really? And when you answer the question, who are you really, one of the places to go to find that out is ICJS.